it going, guys? Just wanted to give you a little update on the wide body kit install. I spent a little bit of time searching for the right color because I was going to originally get it done somewhere, but then I decided I didn't want to spend $700 or more to get it painted, was what I was getting told by these places. So I decided I was going to do it myself, and finding an exact match is pretty difficult to do. So spent some time finding the right color, and thought I'd found one that was good, and it wasn't. But I didn't look sprayed on the actual pieces, so luckily that was good. Then I found another color that's basically perfect. That's the color that I ended up going with. Now I was testing out the paint and how it was going to work with the fiberglass pieces on the small winglets first, because smallest piece, easiest to work with. So I did the paint on it, which this is the color, and I noticed when we did it, if you can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, there's these little like bubbles or little lumps where it looked like the paint wasn't bonding well to the fiberglass. And I thought it may have been that the paint was cold because I was storing it in a cold place. But the guy at the paint place told me that he believed it was that the panel wasn't clean. So I wanted to make sure that that was the problem, and going on forward with the paint process, I wanted to make sure that all the further panels were properly cleaned before painting them. But I'll show you what this piece looks like on the car right now. So here's the piece. It's gonna sit basically like that. See how that looks. But yeah, so basically the piece is gonna sit somewhere like that. So going on forward with that, I wanted to make sure that that was the reason that those bubbles were happening. So these pieces were painted outside, just on cardboard, and one of the problems that I was dealing with was bugs and dirt and stuff getting close to it. So I wanted to make sure that that wasn't a problem with painting the rest of the car, which I've still got to take off the front fenders and paint them. But we did actually get the rears painted, and there's some modifications that I'm gonna have to make to it, because it wasn't that it was just dirty, not clean, whatever that paint guy told me, because I can assure you the pieces were clean when I painted them, and the same thing happened. I cleaned them, washed them, and sprayed them down with alcohol before I painted them. So I can assure you that there was no dirt or anything on the panels. But furthermore, with the actual process of painting, I'll show you what I set up. As you can see here, I set up my own little personal painting booth. It's kind of fallen down because I didn't really do anything with it yesterday. But I set up these tarps in an area, closed off, made sure there's no bugs or dirt or anything flying around, and painted in there so that I was sure that nothing would affect the paint job. And even with building that very sophisticated paint booth, we still had the same issues with the bubbling, and I kind of found a way to work around it, which was what I found worked, was just to add more paint to the material, because like for the smaller panels that I've tested on first. To make those look good, I'm gonna have to sand them down smooth, repaint them, and then clear coat it. And it shouldn't have any problems because there's still some paint on there, so it'll be able to bond to that paint. So I'd have to do the same thing with these, but I just sprayed more, which is gonna make it a lot easier to sand down, and it'll already be smooth with no problems of the bubbles, and got rid of a lot of it. But I'll show you what we're working with right now. Noise, this annoying ass machine decided it wanted to turn on, ruining my dreams of a career. But basically, it looks pretty good. You can see there's some spots like here where there's a little bit of excess paint, and then there's the bubbling effect that I was talking about. Same for there, a little bit down here. And it's not terrible. Like this right here is pretty nice. I still haven't clear coat over it. There's a little bit up here bubbling, but that should be pretty easy to just sand down, respray over, and then clear coat. But I'm going to try to attach this with some tape to the car so I can show y'all what it's going to look like. Show you what it's going to look like. Whenever it's all said and done. Something like that. How's that? I think it looks pretty crazy. Obviously, this wing piece will be attached somewhere right up there. But yeah, so as you can see, they weren't quite perfect in the color match. I may just put them on and see how it looks. I may try to get some vinyl that's a little bit closer, because I haven't really had any luck with finding anything. But as you can see, there's the duckbill. Here's what we were using to test the paints. That's the original color that we got. That looked completely different than the cap. It will make you think that it was. Then that was a mix of this one and this one, and those are this one, which the mix is a little bit better, but it's hard to get that one clean and smooth, so that's why I went with this. But here's the stock finish. You can see that color, and if I overlay this, they look pretty close. Pretty close. There's not much of a difference between them. So I may just throw them on there and see how it looks. Or I may actually decide to get something that's perfect, if there is an option out there like that. I've also still got to order the hardware for the kit, because it didn't come with any hardware. It needs 34, so 34 I'm gonna probably do well nuts, rubber well nuts, instead of rivet nuts. I just feel like they're better hardware to go with. So that's what I'll probably order soon, and I've got to paint the fronts and get them installed, but that's basically it for the kit. I'm gonna do a couple different things to try to make this paint work out. I don't know what's going on, why it's bubbling like that, but I've got some ideas to fix it, and I'll be sharing all those with you. But thank you so much for watching this video. That's basically just an update on the wide body kit, how that's going along, and the troubles that I've run into, because I know a lot of y'all are probably interested in the process of actually doing a wide body kit. But other than that, that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Please like if you enjoyed the video, share, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, and I will see y'all very soon.